Medic woman used her last first aid kit on a dying alien dragon. Now the galaxy calls her the Holy Healer. The battlefield on Verifor was a wasteland of smoke and scorched metal. The air still carried the acrid tang of plasma fire, and the ground was littered with the wreckage of tanks and dropships. Corpseman Heale moved through it alone, her medical scanner sweeping for any survivors. She had already spent her last adrenaline vials on wounded soldiers, her last bandages on civilians caught in the crossfire. All that remained in her satchel was a single first aid kit, half-stocked, outdated, and hardly worth keeping in any proper war zone. Her orders were clear: fall back to the evac point. The war was lost here. But Lyra had never been good at following orders when lives were still bleeding out in front of her. That was when she saw it. At first, she thought it was just another piece of wreckage, a massive wing bend at an unnatural angle, pale scales coated in soot. Then it moved. Her breath caught. It was a Cerathian sky dragon, a creature the galaxy knew only from war stories and ancient recordings. Twice the length of a dropship, with wings so wide they could cast shadow over entire streets. They were said to be near immortal in battle, weapons of destruction bound to the will of the Cerathian royal bloodline. And this one was dying. A deep gash ran along its neck, where an energy blade had nearly taken its head. One wing was scorched and torn. Its golden eyes flickered weakly, fixing on her as she approached. Her training screamed at her to stay back. A sky dragon could kill her in a single snap of its jaws, but its breathing was shallow, its body shuddering with each exhale. "Easy," she murmured, dropping her scanner. "I'm not here to hurt you." The dragon made a low, rumbling sound, more pain than threat. She hesitated, looking at her single remaining kit. She could save a soldier with it, maybe two, if she rationed the synth blood and med foam. But there were no soldiers in sight, just this ancient, dying thing. She made her choice. Kneeling beside its neck, she opened the kit. She cleaned the wound as best she could, sealing ruptured veins with the med foam. She used the last of her analgesic patches along its scorched wing, whispering calm reassurances even though she knew it couldn't understand her words. Hours passed as she worked. Her hands were numb, her throat dry, but she didn't stop until the bleeding slowed and the dragon's breathing steadied. When she finally sat back, exhausted, the golden eyes locked on hers. Then, slowly, the massive head lowered until its snout touched her shoulder. A sound rumbled deep in its chest, resonant and strange, like a vow. The next day, evac ships arrived, and so did the Cerathians. The moment they saw the dragon alive, their warriors dropped to one knee before her. The commander, resplendent in silver armor, called her the Holy Healer, a title that spread faster than wildfire through the comm channels. They told her no outsider had ever touched a sky dragon and lived. No outsider had saved one in their entire recorded history. In the weeks that followed, the title stuck. Wherever she went, military base, neutral port, war-torn planet, people whispered it. Soldiers saluted her. Civilians touched her hand as if a blessing might pass through it. The sky dragon itself recovered fully, its wing mended, its eyes bright. And when it flew again, it always returned to find her, landing outside her camp, bowing its great head, waiting for her to place her hand against its scales. Lyra never asked for the name they gave her. She'd been just a medic doing her job. But in the galaxy's eyes, she had done something more. She had proven that even the most feared weapon could be saved, not destroyed. And for that, they would remember her forever.